Viral powder for cigarettes? A cigarette load is a classic practical joke, but this is ridiculous. This must be one of the winter chips the Colonel referred to. Hey, neat. I saw a watch just like this one in my spy supply catalog. Really nice spy watches have things like built-in parachutes. That watch's secret compartment may be the safest place for me to hide the winter chip. I heard that some rich guy a few years back bought the remaining pieces of an ancient European castle. This must be the place. As I approach the coordinates given in the shredded note from GRS, I see a massive structure jutting out from a deeply forested area. The bastion looks like a medieval castle, but there's nothing romantic about this place. It seems to lay there, a festering evil, like a paper cut gone bad. From here I can get a good look at the chameleon. He's pacing around, smoking like a brush fire and talking to himself. I don't know what he's smoking, but he looks higher than an infield fly. I've got to distract him somehow and get him out of the room. Then I'll figure out a way to get him out of here for good. It's the chameleon. Looks like he's enjoying his rich imported cigarette. Maybe I can get him to stop smoking permanently. First I'll have to create some sort of a smoke screen to get him out of the main room. Looks like a perfectly harmless bungee cord. It's probably used by the cult as some kind of diabolical torture device. Well, any cult that worships sea monkeys can't be all bad. This door appears to be sealed shut. I guess I'll need to look somewhere else. Apparently the artist forgot to paint on the other two leaves. Great columns. This banner means one of two things. One, the cult wants to rule the world, or two, they won some kind of intramural basketball tournament. Well, any cult that worships sea monkeys can't be all bad. Well, this is your standard V-clamp coat of arms. Oh, I guess the clamp's just stuck there. That's a lovely grail. Very nice. Even the chandelier looks evil. Those are probably supposed to be some kind of mythical beasts. They look like dancing goats. Renaissance couple returning an overdue library book. I almost bought some chairs just like these at my neighbor's garage sale. Well, I'll be darned. That's Uncle Morty, and he was not a handsome man. That's an odd place for a vase. I wonder if I could use it as a distraction. This gargoyle's only got one eye, and it looks removable. This gemstone's small, but it's very dense and heavy. Two antique knights. I'll bet Rook wouldn't mind capturing these. Well, any cult that worships sea monkeys can. These weapons would be really useful if someone hadn't bolted them to the wall. I don't want to know what the chameleon uses this V-clamp for. Poor guy. That's a pretty small leaf. Bread, milk, taco sauce. Damn! I know I'm forgetting something. This is Peter loaning Paul his Sgt. Pepper's album. Looks like a comfy chair. That's an odd place for a vase. I wonder if I could use it as a distraction. Chameleon has Elena in a laser field. The effect of the beam is probably keeping her sedated. With the chameleon out of the way, I can find out how to shut it off. Chameleon keeps setting his cigarette in the ashtray. Well, that's not gonna work.
Perhaps you're unfamiliar with PI rule number 5. Know when to run away. Your diversion wasn't bad, but the chameleon walked in on you. If you get caught again, you're dead, and I'm not.
The world's most effective stop smoking method. Okay, the cigarette's in place. Now if you'll just go for it. Yeah, here he comes. Come on. Come on. Over to the table for some real smoking enjoyment. He's got it. That's it. Smoke away, sucker. Gotcha. Didn't anyone ever tell you these things can kill you?
I underestimated you, Murphy. Viral powder in my cigarette. Very clever. You're a worthy opponent.
Well, you know, I think the world would be a much nicer place without people like you. People who go around stuffing other people's heads into water coolers.
But you've accomplished nothing. Except now, I'll be a martyr in the new order. and you'll die with all the other vermin in the great alluvion. And when the earth has returned to a state of perfection, and the purified races return after the waiting, my name will live forever.
Yeah, I guess that's good in theory. Too bad you won't be around to enjoy it.
Death means nothing. I would die 1,000 times to help fulfill the sacred prophecy. Enjoy your victory while you can, Murphy. Tomorrow night, you will die.
I caught a lucky break getting rid of the chameleon this easy. Death is always an ugly business, but if anyone deserved it, he did. Now I've got to get Elena out of the force field. Looks like a comfy chair. All I need... Renaissance couple returning an overdue library book. Looking at this painting reminds me of the time that girl told me I had Roman hands. A shield. Reminds me of my deodorant soap. Being a man doesn't mean you have to smell like one. I've always enjoyed flipping switches, especially when I'm not absolutely certain what the switch does. That roaring fire makes me wish I'd brought fixins for some oars. The chameleon has Elena in a laser field. The effect of the beam is probably keeping her sedated. With the chameleon out of the way, I can find out how to shut it off.
Tex! I knew you'd come. That monster came to the motel. He looked just like you. So I opened the door. He must have knocked me out. It was terrible, the things he said to me. Oh, Tex, hold me. Kiss me.
Whoa! Hold your horses there, little lady. I'm glad I could be of assistance. This is no time for romance. Besides, every time I look at you, I can't help but think of your sister, and that gives me a stomach ache.
But Tex, I think I'm in love with you.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've been burned a few too many times, and your sister was a real flamethrower.
Are you sure there's nothing I can do to make you stay?
Do you play Twisty? Never mind. No, Elena, I don't think I could do it. You know, you're young enough to be my younger sister. But right now, I got a job to do, and I've got to do it alone. Unless I stop the cult from executing their plan, we're all gonna be toast.
Men worth having are always running off. Maybe it wouldn't work out for us anyway. If they don't kill you, let me buy you a drink. I owe you a big one.
Okay. Well, maybe someday you can buy me one of those 46-ounce super gulpers. What I really need right now is a good lead.
The chameleon said that he was supposed to meet up with someone named Feral Puss at a place called the Broken Skull. Does that help?
Yeah, it does, as a matter of fact.
He summoned to his presence 1,000 hale and light-hearted friends to the deep seclusion of one of his castellated abbeys. This was an extensive and magnificent structure, the creation of the prince's own eccentric yet august taste. A strong and lofty wall girdled it in. Without was the Red Death.
Is that the final group?
Yes, brother. Everyone has arrived.
And all the provisions are stored. What about the wine? We hadn't received the shipment when I last checked the inventory.
All is in order, brother. We have sufficient supplies to take us into the next century.
Excellent. I will notify the master that everything is prepared. The celebration is set to begin at the appointed hour.
The way station is small, with a diameter of maybe 5,000 meters. I have no problem finding the Broken Skull, which turns out to be a typical off-world saloon. The kind of place where all the booze is watered down, the prices are triple, and the waitresses all have fresh stitches on their foreheads. It's strangely quiet, though, and the dame behind the bar looks like she'd just as soon cut my throat as pour me a drink.
So what'll you have?
Give me 4 fingers of rye whiskey. Neat.
You know, we don't take American Express. Cash customers only.
Thought the place looked familiar. I must have seen it in a Vista commercial.
Very amusing. What brought you here?
Looking for some friends of mine who came here a while ago.
A lot of people come and go here.
I got a $100 bill that's all dirty and crumpled. Could you toss it in the trash for me?
Put your money where your mouth is, Rockefeller. Okay, moneybags. One question.
I'm here to meet someone. The chameleon sent me.
Do you have the token?
Let me check. No, I must be in my other overcoat.
Look, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe you're one of us, and maybe you're just an idiot. Go find your token. If you come back here without it, don't plan on leaving.
Did you forget something? Sorry, I don't know about that. Wish I could help you. That's the big eugenics movement, though it's disguised as religion. Some of the GRS people were members, but I found the whole thing hateful. I'm a grown-up girl now. I wish we could have renewed our acquaintance under better circumstances. GRS stands for Genetic Research Systems. It's a parent company made up of 6 smaller groups. I worked for Marcus Tucker in GDC, Genetic Disease Control. Murray's a hot-headed jerk, but he's brilliant. I heard a rumor that he was reprimanded for conducting unethical experiments some time ago, but he's too good to let go. Ava was hired about 6 months ago. I tried to get to know her, but she was never too friendly with me. I'm not familiar with that. He was all right to work for, but kept to himself. Sorry, I don't know about that. The chameleon said something about using an old silver dollar as a token. I don't know where you could find one. They're so rare.
Chelsea's a hot little number. Chelsea's...
How can I help you, Tex? Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
What now, Murphy? Yeah, I've got a couple of old Susan B. Anthony silver dollars in my coin collection. They're pretty expensive. I guess I do owe you something. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, it went through the wash, but I think it'll work.
Well, let's see it. I haven't got all day. Okay. Go knock on that door and say Jack's or better. The man you need to see is in there.
I walk down a hall and look at the name tag on the door. Feral Puss. Must be a charming guy. I call out the password and a gravelly, grating voice calls loudly for me to come in. As I step into the back room, I'm blasted by an aromatic wave of cigar smoke, alcohol, fish, and body sweat. Combination almost knocks me out. The room is empty except for a bloated hog of a man who seems to be the source of all the foul odors.
I ain't seen you here before. Who the hell are you?
I'm a friend of the chameleon. He told me to come here and look for a fat pig named Puss.
Well, I guess you found him. Have a sit down, Tex.
You know, Mr. Puss, it's not only rude, but it's also illegal to point a Lester flame rod at a total stranger.
Ha ha, you're not a total stranger. I've been waiting for you for a while now. Though I thought you was gonna come up with that chameleon.
So you're disappointed the chameleon isn't here, huh? Why? Was he your girlfriend?
Hell, I ought to blow your head off right now. But I ain't gonna. I like watching you sweat.
You know, I bet you do. Probably makes your own body odor less noticeable.
Watch your mouth, boy, or I'll blow your damn head off. My boss told me that when you got here, I should take care of you. Now sit down!
Well, great. I'd like a Mai Tai with 2 umbrellas and a nice plate of those cocktail weenies.
I don't think so. I think you wanted me to slit your throat. But there ain't no sport in that. So I'm gonna give you a chance to beat the odds.
Oh, I've beaten a few odds in my time.
I'll guarantee you haven't beaten this. I call it the Farrellette table. 3 of them balls are hollow, and there's a spy drone in each one. They're little robotic arachnids with nasty stingers.
Well, dare I ask what's in the 4th ball?
Inside that one is part of a ticket to the Moonchild. I'll mix them around. Then you just have to pick the ball with the ticket and open it up. Do that 4 times, and I'll take you to the Moonchild.
Sounds like the old shell game to me.
Close enough. Here's the ball with the ticket. Let's play. Okay, pick a ball. Any ball.
Finish up this lousy shell game and let's get on with it.
Beginner's luck. Let's see how you do this time. Damn it! I guess I need to speed up the balls a little bit. Well, 3rd time's the charm. For me. Lucky today, aren't we? I can't wait to see a spy drone tear your head off. No one's gotten this far before, Murphy. It'd be a real shame if you screwed up now. Damn you, Murphy! I wanted to see you die! But we did make a deal. I'm taking a few people up to the Moonchild in a couple of hours. You can go with us. I have some business to take care of. Wait at the bar until we leave. Drinks are on me. Be sure to ask for the house special. It's my favorite.
Sit down, brother. Have a drink. It's on the house.
Thanks. Make it bourbon, neat. So, when we leaving?
Oh, it won't be long now. The purification will be tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah, sounds like fun. By the way, Farrell told me to ask about the house special.
Oh, really? Well, Farrell's always been partial to the house special. Here you go.
This ought to hit the spot. Are you gonna join me?
Oh, no, it's a little strong for me. It's a man's drink. So, you're Tex Murphy. Well, we're gonna make your trip as comfortable as possible. Nighty-night!
The figure was tall and gaunt, and in the costume and bearing of the stranger neither wit nor propriety existed. There are chords in the hearts of the most reckless, which cannot be touched without emotion. Even with the utterly lost, to whom life and death are equally jests, there are matters of which no jest can be made.
I must have died and gone to heaven. Except I don't think people in heaven have raging hangovers. I must be on the Moonchild. I have to admit, it is incredible. I could get used to living in a place like this. I've never seen anything so beautiful. What's that sound? Something's coming this way.
Wake up, Mr. Murphy. We'll have no sleeping through the greatest event in the history of the world. I'm so glad you could join us on this sacred day. Maybe you don't recognize me. It has been some time. Lowell Percival, at your service. You did a job for me on Mars a few years back. Cleverness, tenacity, both then and now, have shown me that you belong here. In fact, I need to thank you for securing the statuette for us. The flawless crystal and the symbolic purity of the dove are the foundation of our beliefs. Our sacred text has said that our destiny would be secure only if we had the statuette in our possession. We are deeply in your debt. In an hour or so, we will fulfill an ancient prophecy, specifically, the purification by means of the Great Alluvion. It is a fabulous name for a somewhat nasty process. Those creative minds at GRS worked extra hard for a long time to make our prophecy a reality. It was quite a challenge to come up with a plan that would match the details of the Great Alluvion as it is described in our sacred text. It cost me a fortune. Now everything's prepared. At midnight, I will become the savior of our dying world. The earth has become a rotting shell, inhabited by a mongrel breed of half-humans that infest the pure races with their filthy, mutated genes. Is that to be the fate of mankind? The earth must be thoroughly cleansed for mankind to be saved. Soon, we'll release the seeds of purification, the great alluvion, the baptism of fire, which follows will destroy all life on earth. But From the ashes will arise a glorious new age. In keeping with the sacred prophecies, we'll wait 40 years here on the Moonchild. Then our genetically pure children will return to a world that, like them, is clean and unspoiled. Though I may not live to see it, I will die peacefully, knowing that I have given mankind a purified world. I designed this Moonchild to be the Ark of humanity, but it is also a splendid place to spend the next 40 years. We have it all here: aquariums, aviaries, zoos with animals of all kinds, forests, rivers, mountains, nightclubs, ballparks, everything you could ever want. And the people, only the creme de la creme: architects, bankers, doctors, artists, musicians, and a former president. And as for the women, they're all beautiful, intelligent, accomplished. 1,000 men, women, and children, all bound together by belief and purpose, a desire to create a world free of imperfections, a society of harmony, peace, without fear, without crime. Share in our dream, Mr. Murphy. You have less than an hour to decide. I can't allow you to attend the big purification party, but I'll be down to see you right after. I'm sure you'll agree that your options are limited.
So, Lowell Percival is behind all this. His offer is tempting. It sounds like paradise. And there's probably no way to stop the cult now, so maybe I should just make the best of it. Hold on, Murphy. Don't forget what they've got in mind. They intend to wipe out every person that doesn't happen to meet their standards. I wouldn't last very long in a club like this. I could never be part of their brotherhood. I've got to find a way to stop them, but I'm gonna need some help. If Ava Shanzi is still alive and I can find her, the two of us might be able to figure something out. Maybe it's too late, but I've got to do something. I looked through the pockets of my overcoat, but they've taken everything. All I've got left is the watch I found at the Countess mansion. Could be a lot worse, though. At least they didn't find the winter chip. That watch's secret compartment may be the safest place for me to hide the winter chip.